IPOB, one big family. All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your love and support. As always, I remain loyal. Thank you to you that always watch my video, to you that always like, and to you that always share. I really appreciate you. God bless you. I know I can't do it alone. That is why you are here for me. All right, let's go into the wonderful upload of today. Today is a very amazing one and it's a mind-blowing one from our able leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is good and lovely that at times you appreciate people that are doing so well. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has burst into the floor and comments on the Southeast governor that held a meeting recently. He was like, so very long time they have not and they don't want to, because there is no unity among them. There is division among them. That is why they can sit down to hold this meeting within themselves. But the good news is that they later realized and they are starting to stand up on their feet, because they realize that the president of Nigeria is not aware or is not after their well-being. It's just only within the north and the Fulani herdsmen. He is the president of Fulani herdsmen, not Nigeria in general. And it is high time for Nigeria government to realize this, the better for them. And I am so glad as well that the Southeast governor, they begin to have an eye-opener. But that is not good enough. They should work hand in hand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to see how they will have a better standard in the Southeast. And believe me, they should try and join the Biafra agitation so that they will see the good and need of their people. You can't be beating a child and you are saying the child should not cry. The Northerners, the Fulani herdsmen, the president of Nigeria, that is the person of Muhammadu Buhari, has been beating the Southeast governors and the people from the Southeast. And everybody is saying, why are you people shouting? Why are you people crying? We ought to cry because it is our right to live a good and wonderful life in the country. But since we are not living the life that we ought to live, separation is the only way. We want to go. We want to go our separate ways for us to have a liberty and freedom and live a comfortable life like every other person that owns a country. Shortly before we go, I have a video here of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have deliberately speak and blast the Southeast governors. All right, my wonderful people, here is the video. Let us watch it together and drop your comments.
The real name is Ahaba, A-H-A-B-A, not Asaba. They met in Ahaba under the auspices of governors of southern Nigeria. This is the first time I don't know if they have ever met before. If they have met, please try and enlighten me. I'm not sure they have ever met before. And why did they meet? Because of the raging agitation in Biafra land and also in Oduduwa land. That was why they met. For people, there are some people that will be saying, oh, what? I'm sure that nobody is even talking about what have they achieved, what have they done. But I just want to remind you, should anybody ask you tomorrow morning what you have contributed towards the advancement of the betterment of the lives of the people on the ground, you say to them, courtesy of what I have been doing, the southern governors have now met for the very first time. And I don't know if some of you read the article in Guardian earlier today. Guardian is even carried it. Do you know that there was a particular governor from so-called South that did not want to come? Do you know that Fulani Janjaweed gave one particular governor, Bob, the listening device, to enter into the meeting with? And I'm sure that people have guessed right, you know who that very individual is. Darling Mrs. Anyway, but love is good. We'll get to that later on. He's in love. You know, when you're in love with somebody, there's nothing you not do for that person. You know how love moves people. He is so in love with his new partner, his new spouse, the new husband, that they gave him listening device, a bug. Tambuwal gave him a bug, a listening device to smuggle into the meeting. So that the Fulani Janjaweed will be somewhere in Kaduna, in Abuja, and in Sokoto listening to the meeting. Because of love. And who can blame him? Hey, love and wanting to, love is very deep. Mrs. Tambuwal wanted to smuggle a listening device. If you doubt me, go and read the articles in the Guardian newspaper today about this very meeting. They will tell you. But let me go. When people do something that is right, I commend them. If you do something that is wrong, we shred you, we condemn you, we bury you alive, if need be. Of course, with facts and figures. They met today, they deliberated amongst many issues that were tabled before them, or issues of concern that they felt they needed to address. And I'll read it for you very briefly. They affirmed that the peoples of southern Nigeria remain committed. For the very first time, they're using the word the peoples of southern Nigeria, which means that all the nonsense being done by Tinubu and his cohorts is in vain. For the very first time, there has been affirmation that the South is actually one. Since 1914, this is the very first time that they are stating publicly in a communique that the South is one by the elected leaders, so to speak. For the purposes of our program this night, we may even call them leaders, because they did well. I must tell you the truth. Now, let us proceed. And before who brought them together in the first place? One is our agitation. Second is the unity and union, the bond between the East and the West. Between Biafra agitators and those agitating for Duduwa. They have tried everything to break us. They could not break us. They had no alternative than to come together. Do you see what consistency does? This is the benefit of consistency. Once you're consistent in life, good things will come to you. And I also commend our Duduwa brothers this very day for their resilience and their consistency. That is why, for the first time in a meeting, in a place, you have governors from the East, you have governors from the West, Igbo governors, Yoruba governors, of course, together, saying something that makes sense for the first time that I can even remember. The North, the Janjaweed will meet in Arawa House. They will take decision affecting the whole of the zoo, affecting everybody, and they ram it down your throat. You have to accept it. And where they found this courage, I have no idea. Maybe they are emulating what we are doing. They now understand that we have no fear before our enemies. They now understand that we are scrupulously clean, whiter than white and whiter than snow. They now have developed, or should I say, come to appreciate the essence of courage and determination. So for coming together, of course, I commend them. I do commend them, because they have done very, very well. During this very meeting, they affirmed that peoples of southern Nigeria remain committed to the unity of Nigeria. Of course, that's expected if you consider that they get their monthly allocation. Everyone wants to go to Asorok, so they will say they want unity of Nigeria. But they want unity of Nigeria on the basis of justice, fairness, equity, and oneness, and peaceful coexistence between and among these peoples, with a focus on the attainment of shared goals for economic development and prosperity. English, it has no meaning. The latter part of what they have written here has no meaning, because they've been saying this rubbish for very many years. Now, the second point on the communique states, observe that the incursion of armed herders, criminals and bandits into the southern part of the country has presented a severe security challenge, such that citizens are not able to live their normal lives, including pursuing various productive activities, leading to a threat to food supply and general security. Basically, they are warning Fulani, Janjaweed, terrorist headsmen, short from Miyetti Allah. They have now come out to say that they are concerned about the activities of Miyetti Allah. Consequently, the meeting resolved that open grazing of cattle be banned across southern Nigeria. In other words, if you see any cattle in any farm from tonight, anywhere in southern part of the zoo called Nigeria, you kill it. You are enforcing the law made, or should I say directive executive order made by those that you claim you voted for to look after your affairs. They noted that development and population growth has put pressure on available land and increased the prospects of conflict between migrating herders and local.
Oh my word! That is all about this video. Hope you do enjoy this video. Please, if you know you haven't subscribed to this beautiful channel, what are you then waiting for? Please click on that red subscribe button that says subscribe and turn on the bell icon for more latest updates. See you when I see you. Bye bye.